What's going on, guys? This is Kaishro. Welcome back. So we are back to another video. On this video, I'm going to present my upgraded Eldlich Tactical deck profile that will be catering around the cards from the Eldlich Tactical deck that was recently released on OCG last Saturday. So this is a very good product for newbies and returnees and also casual players and budget players that are going to pick up this deck, and it is already a ready to play deck and filled with a lot of staples and of course the Eldlich core itself and other relevant cards on this like Zeus and Garura. So this is a very good product. I have a video regarding the unboxing of this Eldlich Tactical Tri deck on my channel. You can check it out, and this video will provide you the upgraded version of this Eldlich Tactical Tri deck. So before we venture in our deck profile, I'm going to assimilate what are the key components that I have considered on making this deck profile. First is this deck is user friendly. I think this deck is built on players to have an easy navigation on playing this deck. It doesn't contain a lot of unfamiliar cards and also tech cards and complex cards on this deck. And also, this is budget friendly as well. The deck is catered to towards the budget players so that they could make this deck with very much ease on their finances. And I think Eldlich is already budget, but I think there are builds that can be quite expensive like the Apopis and other stuff on this Eldlich that can make the deck more expensive. And also, this deck is meta relevant. I think even though Eldlich is a rogue deck right now, it's not seeing a lot of plays in the format. I think I have built this deck to combat in the current format right now in April 2024 OCG metagame format. So yeah, without further ado, let's start. So coming at first on the main deck, we have triple Golden Lord, of course, the boss of our deck. So triple Golden Lord, some play 2, but I think 3 is fine, especially right now. There are a lot of interruptions on the format like Banish from the Little Knight and Called by the Grave, of course, very relevant. So I opted to play 3 in case of I have lost one copy of Eldlich from those factors. So yeah, I played 3. And next we have triple Inspector Border. So this is your best going first card. You normal summon the border and you set up Sanguine, your floodgates, and also your trap card. So this is your almost win condition when you can draw this card and go first. So this is a very terrific card for this deck. And next we have double Curse L land. Some play 3, but I think double L land is fine. You don't need the third copy. Sometimes when you draw 2 L land, it could be quite bricky. And you also don't want to lose too much on Ghost Ogre. So yeah, L land on 2. And next we have Black Elixir. Only one. I haven't played the Elixir of White Destiny. I think that only one Black Awakening is enough for this deck. Next, we have double Pot of Extravagance. So, very good card for Eldlich. Lets you draw 2 cards and lets you thin your deck, make your deck more consistent. So, you could draw your floodgates and trap cards on this deck. So, double Extravagance. And next, we have one Pot of Prosperity. So, this is a very good card to search for your floodgates and your trap cards and other important cards on this deck. So, Prosperity is really mandatory here. And next, we have triple Sanguine. So, triple Sanguine, very self-explanatory. So, you need to have 3 copies of Sanguine for this deck. And next, we have triple Conquistador. Like the Sanguine, you need to play 3 of Conquistador to get the best value out of the Conquistador. And it's definitely a very good card for grind game for this Eldlich. And next, we have double Wakero. So, some people play 2 Wakero only. But for me, I think I need the second copy for grind game purposes, and I think the value of banishing cards on graveyard is also good right now in the format. And next, we have one Golden Land Forever. So this is your primary protection from back row wipes and other cards that could hurt your setup, your border, your floodgates. So this is a very good card as an Omni-Negate tool to protect your setup. And next, we are going to the trap cards on this build. We have triple Paleozoic Deinamiscus. So, this is a very budget card. Right now, in the format, you could get this on a set of $1 only. So, this is a card that helps you to banish the cards of your opponent. You could discard your Conquistadors, your Wakero, your Golden Lord, and also another card here that is Discard Father that I'm going to present later. So this is a very cheap yet very effective card for this Golden Lord deck, and also you could summon it on graveyard. So you could get bodies on the field. You can link climb into something like Little Knight and other link based monsters. So this helps you to improve the tempo of your deck. That's why I played this Dynamiscus on 3. Next we have Triple, the Black Goat Laughs. So very uncanny, no? Most people are not playing the Black Goat Laughs on Eldlich, but I prefer to play this one. I really think that this card can give so much value for your deck. You could discard this card on the Golden Lord and the Dynamiscus, and you get so much value from it. You could use the effect of this card on the graveyard and also on the field when you set this card, and you can declare something like Chundra against Tenpai and Poplar against the Snake Eyes. It's very effective right now in the format. Once you know how to deal with your opponents and you know the choke points of their deck, I think you could get so much value from this card right now. And also cheap as well on the format. So yeah. Next we have Triple Evenly Match, our only going second card on the main deck. I prefer to only play a set of going second card on my main deck because Eldlich is built around playing first as well, and you definitely want to prioritize going first. So I just only included three copies of Evenly Match on my main deck just in case that my opponents goes first and I don't have too much resources to deal against their board. Evenly Match is a great tool to wipe their board, and most decks on the format right now doesn't have Omni Negate protection, so you could get so much value from the Evenly Match. And moving on next, we have the Floodgates. We have Triple Summon Limit, so very strong card right now in the format, no? There's a reason why many people are playing Triple Summon Limit on their side deck on the format right now. It definitely stuns a lot of deck, and most decks cannot play around the Summon Limit. So yeah, very strong card going first. Next we have Time Sealing something. I forgot the name of this card. But yeah, this card is your pseudo skill drain. So sometimes skill drain is not enough because you only have one copy of skill drain due to the ban list restriction. So this card can help you stun the opponent once they are not playing properly. To play around this card, they could get off card and stun by this card. So I think this is also a very good alternative of a Floodgate right now. And I also included this one above the Mistake because Mistake is quite expensive right now. So I opted this one due to the budget inclusion of this card on this deck. And next, we have the R1 Floodgates. We have R1, there can be only one. So very strong card right now in the format against Tenpai. Tenpai auto loses on this card, and yeah, other decks as well on the format. Thus, heavily lose to there can be only one. And next we have one Rivalry. Of course, your deck is catered around zombie monsters most of the time, and Rivalry is a very good card to stand the opponent right now. Fiendsmith decks are going to struggle around the Rivalry, and yeah, other decks like Voice as well would struggle. And next we have one Goes in Match. Even though the format is not that affected by Goes in Match, it could still be very impactful on rogue matchups and other matchups that does struggle on Goes in Match. So yeah, I included the Goes in Match. And the last card on our deck, the Ever Cancerous Skill Drain, of course. Eldlich wouldn't be Eldlich without Skill Drain. So, Skill Drain niya, mandatory. You play this card and stun the opponent, and your 2-5 or sometimes 3-5 Golden Lord beats out the opponent. So, yeah, that's basically the game for this Eldlich. Just to stun the opponent and trade for card advantages and beat the opponent with a very high attack and resilient Golden Lord. And yeah, moving on towards the extra deck. We are going to have this extra deck. First, we have Triple Gustav Max. So, this is your best, probably the best extra deck card on this list. This is a 3k, can transcend into Zeus once you can attack with this monster. And also, on top of that, this has 2k damage to burn the opponent. So, sometimes your 2 Golden Lord is not enough to finish the game with only 3-5 and 2-5. Sometimes you only deal 7k or 5k damage, so you could use this card to burn for another 2k to secure the game. So I opted to play this at 3 copies. And next we have one Gustav Max Liebe. So Liebe is very good for this Eldlich, just another XYZ fodder for your extra deck materials. And this is a very high attack monster with 4k and very good effects as well. Next we have Constellar Pleiades. So you could use this card from using two materials of your rank 5, level 5 rather, Conquistador and Wakero. So it is easy to make on this Eldlich and very effective as well to pop off cards and bounce cards rather on the opponent's side of the field. And next we have Typhoon, the Star Slayer. So yeah, Typhoon very strong on heavy combo decks, especially Eldlich would struggle around very combo oriented deck once those decks can go first. So Typhoon can definitely come up on those situations. And next we have Zeus, of course. We do have a lot of XYZ monsters on this build. So I opted to play Zeus to clear the board and have another form of disruption using this Zeus Divine Arsenal. And luckily, this is now a budget card due to the reprint of this card on the Eldlich Tactical Tri deck. And next we have the links. We have one Link Spider, of course, mandatory to link off your Conquistador and Wakero. And next we have Imduk, another form of Link Spider, but this time with attack options to gain and better well-rounded effect rather than the Link Spider. And next we have Vampire Sucker. So another card on this Eldlich that could get value for you and another generic card for you to link off your zombie monsters on this build. And next we have Little Knights. So this is very debatable, no? So Little Knight is very expensive on some regions and also on the TCG very expensive right now. So I think you could cut this card, but sometimes it comes up on mid game to late game scenario. Sometimes the game is very rigid and grindy, so this Little Knight could come up, but you could definitely win some games without this card. So yeah. Next we have the BLS Link Monster. So another big stick on this extra deck. You could get battle phase advantages on this card and also to have tower on your side of the field and attack the opponent using this card. So yeah, I think you could replace this with other generic cards depending on your preference, but I do feel like that this card could come up on niche scenarios. And next we have the super poly targets. We have the Garura and the Madragon. So Garura very efficient on the format right now. You could get super poly on a lot of decks right now. Finsmith, Voiceless Voice, Snake Eyes, and Rescue Ace. All of those decks can really struggle around the super poly going to Garura. And Garura is now reprinted thanks to the Eldlich Tactical Tri deck once again. So it is much more budget right now. And the last card on our extra deck would be Chaos Angel. So Chaos Angel, another form of bridging your level 5 monsters with the Conquistador and Wakero. Going to Chaos Angel, this could be a tower and a beat stick as well, and can definitely close out games on tricky scenarios. So yeah, moving on towards our side deck, we have double Dimension Shifter. So this is also unusual on Eldlich, no? Most people are not playing Shifter on Eldlich because they want to navigate their graveyard and get their effects on the graveyard as much as possible. But I opted to play Shifter because once you stun the opponent using the Shifter, especially the Snake Eyes and Finsmith decks that would struggle heavily on Shifter, once you shifter them and you set your floodgates and trap cards, you get a very commanding position to win the game using those shifters. So I think Shifter would be nice here. And next we have Lava Golem, double Lava Golem. So Eldlich doesn't consume their normal summon too much, so Lava Golem could definitely wipe some problematic cards on the board. And next we have one Spear Mode. So another form of Lava Golem, just tribute the very problematic board of your opponent. Once you face around ABC XYZ Union, Drytron, and other combo decks right now in the format like Pendulum Zerk, Magician, so they would struggle with this Spear Mode because this is Spear Mode, of course. You would out anything on the game using this card. And next we have the double Super Poly. So Super Poly is very nice here for maximizing your Garura and Madragon on the extra deck. And next we have Lightning Storm. So Lightning Storm, another form of board wiping and clearing card. So Lightning Storm, I opted this over Regeki or other cards because this is more versatile. You could wipe the back row and monsters. Especially the format is link-based oriented. You would see a lot of Apollousa, Little Knight, IP Masquerena. All of those link monsters could get annihilated by Lightning Storm. And next we have Feather Duster. So yeah, your prevention from back row shenanigans of your opponent. And next we have the going first cards. We have triple anti-spell fragrance. Very good card right now in the format. Especially the Snake Eyes, Sinful Spoils, and Finsmith does rely on spell cards entirely. And most of the decks right now in the format would heavily rely on spell cards. So anti-spell does have a very good job on stopping those decks and protecting your board as well from Lightning Storm and Duster and Heavy Storm. And the last card on our side deck would be Triple Solemn Judgment. Very mandatory on Eldlich. You could play Dark Bribe, but I prefer Solemn Judgment because it is more versatile and can be very impactful on such scenarios. So yeah, this sums up our tactical tri-deck improved version of Eldlich on this video. So once again, thank you for watching this video. I hope you do learn something from it, and I hope that you could optimize and upgrade your Eldlich tactical tri-deck on your disposal. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you do learn something, and see you in the next one. Peace.